Everybody's saying corn dog.
Okay. All right. So I'm wanting to see if everything's okay. I see all the corn dogs.
Wow.
Yeah, I was watching that too. That is awesome.
That's a lot of corn dogs.
There should be 1,700 of the 1,100 people that were watching Corey. They will come over here and visit with us here. Wow, lots of corn dogs. This is fun. I can't even see how many people are watching. Okay. So wow, good Lord have mercy.
Corn dog.
Can everybody hear me? I'm going to explain why. Thank you, Corey, for the corn dog and the $5 to go through for a corn dog. This is out of control. Can I get a sound check, folks? And
That's a lot of corn dogs.
I think video check audio is good. Okay. All right. So listen, folks. Before I say anything, I do have to address this for those that have not. Why is my computer beeping? I don't understand what's happening here. Is that you or me?
It's not me.
Lisa and I did not get in a fight. This is not remnants of some type of violence. No, this is a result of Breathe Right strips that I was wearing while I sleep, and they were ripping my nose off.
Come on, we could have a lot of fun with this.
Well, okay,
First
that's
it was
fine.
your foot hurting, now it's your nose.
Hey, I'm 45 years old and things are almost always hurting. This corn dog thing is fun. This is awesome. And already we're getting the echo comments. All right, folks, I need to explain something here to you. About 3 hours ago, I sat down here and I was going to get everything all set up so that we could stream, and my OBS took a total dump on me. I don't know if it's because of, somebody gave it a thumbs down. How dare that person? It's weird. This new software that I'm about to talk about, actually, it just pops up on the screen, dislikes. Anyway, it was, John is echoing. Why are we already getting that? No echo here. Okay, I'm just going to... Donald Trump is buying your company out. I wish. Shoot, I'd retire. But anyway, my OBS took a total dump on me. It just would not work at all. And so I tried everything I could do. I went on the forums. I did all of this stuff. And it wouldn't work. So I ended up completely setting everything up new, a new software, everything new, and now here we are. I mean, it's literally, I've had an hour to mess around with this new software. I know it might look just like it was before, but it's not. And it's not the same on the screen either. So, but if there's any technical difficulties, I do apologize. I mean, I didn't have any time to get this up. I knew... Oh, how do I do slow mode? I don't even know how to do it. Let's see. How do I do that, Candy? You're the expert. Wow.
I'm just going to eat some gummy savers.
Enable slow mode. There it is. Got it. Okay. So that, what does that do? That only looks, the big picture looks quite, yeah, we're going to address those pictures too in a minute. So anyway, yeah, hopefully everything goes smoothly tonight, folks, and there is no issue. There's been a lot of super chats already coming through and tons of corn dogs. I'm going to hopefully get to all of those very, very quick here. So yeah, so far I really like this new idea of Corey leading in to our stream. That works out pretty well
Especially
for us.
with the corn dogs.
Yeah, because I love corn dogs too. Look at me. Of course I love corn dogs. So, good Lord, we got a lot to talk about, folks. I think you probably have whoa, what just happened? I think you probably know a lot of what we're going to talk about today, but we, of course, are also going to talk about setting up a 90-gallon tank. We got to talk about that. That's the name of this stream, by the way, in case you didn't know. What I'm trying to do now, because, of course, this has been so crazy the last couple hours, I don't have my little notes here that I need to get out so that I remember.
Do you like a lifesaver gummy?
No, I'm fine. I'm okay. I appreciate the offer, though. There we go. There it is. Okay. So, this is out of control. What have I gotten myself into? All right. What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the aquatic experience? You want to talk about... We got to talk about the aquatic experience and then lead into that of which is not being shown on here right just
is there
yet.
A way?
But yeah, I mean, we could turn the camera
A little
and show
messy,
it.
but I finally got him to get my aquarium in. We were, oh my gosh. You know, we have got to tell the story about on the way home and what happened with the child. Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, we'll get there
so
for
much.
sure.
We have so much to talk about. I'm
So,
telling you.
That was funny. King and Queen Cichlids, thank you. Where's my steak at? Yeah, we're going to talk about that, Scott. Don't worry. M&M with the $1.99 super chat.
I think you missed quite a few in the
I know.
back,
I missed
too.
a whole bunch of them. The funny thing is that I get a notification on my computer screen when a super chat comes through, and that's a new thing. I never got that before, and it looked like Scott's super chat was $10,000. And I was about to say, Scott, I love you, and I would do things to you that a man probably should not do. But it was only 10, so you don't get that kind of treatment. Who else do we have?
Gosh. Dally.
Oh, my goodness, a lot. Okay, Fish Tank Barn with the $5. Corn dog and ice cream. That sounds like a good night to me. James Holbrook, $2. Corn dog. Cody Campo, $5. Nothing said. Multi-Tank Addiction, $2 for two of my favorite YouTubers. You're one of ours, too.
Oh, yes. And that video that you did with Scott was hilarious about my best
awesome.
friend. Ha! I cracked up over that one.
Yeah, Candy just said, I wonder if she was talking about my comment about Scott. Anyway, Merkin, isn't that okay. Hey, everyone, sorry I'm late. We're just having a corn dog. What did I miss, you rascal? Sound good, both mics. Is the Lisa bobblehead in? It's not in yet, but it has been ordered. Chad Krotz, $3.99. This is getting out of control. Pep Talk for the Mods Fund. Yeah, we got to talk about mods too. Team Corn Dog Poutine. I've never had poutine, but I've heard good things about it. Wesley Belland. I hope I'm saying your name right. Canadian, $4. King and Queens with the $10. We're going to do this all night. M&M, $2. Caesar Sosa. Kaiser Sose. What movie is that from, Marie?
I don't know.
With the $10 and no text. Catwalk Rabbitry, $1. Dally Vigil, $5. Lisa, I know too much about this 90-gallon. Congrats on
I
the
wish
Nats.
you wanted Dally. I really do. No, you wanted the one with the canopy. So I didn't steal your tank this year like I did last year with the 75-gallon. And you have no idea because I contemplated giving you that 90-gallon. I really did. I was like,
I told her no.
I felt so bad. I was like, maybe I should just give it to Dally. And then I thought, this wasn't the one he had his heart set on. So it's okay. I talked myself out of it only because I knew it wasn't the one you wanted specifically. But if it had been, it was yours. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, and she told me that before the drawing, Dally. So that is absolutely the truth. Genevieve Celeste Eklund with the $5. Did I miss M&M for $15 and nothing attached to it? Just, here's my money. Skipper's Aquariums, did you get my email today? Probably. Was that suggesting the giveaway thing? Was that I'm sorry.
It's been a busy day. It's been a busy
Elizabeth Welch, I was so glad to meet you all at AE. We had so much fun. You all and the other fish tubers were so welcoming. Yes, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Yes,
Good Lord.
it really
Meet you
was,
too?
Elizabeth. And I hope your son's feeling better. I'm sorry to hear that he came down with, something. Hope he feels better. And
Convention crud.
hope you are doing okay too, because it's never fun to have a sick child.
11, me, myself, and 11, and I 11 with the Canadian $5. My pleco just won't eat. It's been 6 days. I tried like 6 brands. Pretty worried. What should I do? Has your pleco? Did you just get this pleco and you just put it in the tank and it hasn't eaten yet? Because if that's the case, I wouldn't panic just yet because the fish is probably settling in. Another thing that I would say is we have 2 plecos in that tank right there. If you watched the video yesterday, you know that. I have never seen either one of them eat, ever. I've never seen either one of them eat anything.
But algae disappears. It's like magic. So
Yeah. They're nocturnal fish, so don't panic. They're probably eating, and you just don't know it. They're getting the things that float down to the bottom and stuff like that. This is getting crazy just to hear you say it again. $20 from Allie Patton, one of my favorite people on earth.
and we need to talk about Allie tonight.
I don't think we can yet because I didn't. Anyway.
Not in a bad way, in a good way.
No, not in a bad way. Brian P. with the best super chat of the day. How about them Nationals? Yeah. If I wasn't afraid of 546 people clicking dislike and leaving, I would talk more about the Nats. Maybe we'll get into them a little bit later. I think we're caught up. Good grief. That was a rush there. Aquatic Experience. If you saw our video
It was
about
so much fun.
the Aquashella convention that was 2 weeks prior, that one was amazing too. But we had a hard time getting there. I got there. You never did get there.
Yeah.
It was
So we
a
have
huge,
so much more to talk about because I went, so
Yeah. This one went without any issues. We drove up there. In fact, we decided to rent a vehicle to drive up there. And she rented the nicest. It was like, I didn't want to return it. I wanted it to be with us forever. She rented a Ram Rebel, a 2020 loaded Ram Rebel. If
I had
you
to
don't know
make
what
sure
that
I
is,
could bring that tank back I was going to win.
oh, that was an amazing automobile to drive. There's only one thing I didn't like about it, and that is the tires. It's got these off-road tires on it. And so when you were on the highway, it had that constant kind of sound, and that kind of bothered me. But
But the
I wasn't
seats
gonna
were
take it back.
amazing. The seats were so comfortable.
It was an amazing vehicle, but that's not what we need to talk about. What we need to talk about, if there are super chats coming through, folks, I will shout you out. Don't worry, just be patient. It's getting a little crazy here. So we got there Friday. I don't even know what time we got there, but checked into the hotel, one of the nicest hotels we've stayed in a long time. We're simple country people, folks. So when you go to an Embassy Suites and there's this gorgeous lobby and the elevators are glass and they look out into the lobby and you can see everybody, and it was an amazing
Yeah, I
hotel.
will never stay anywhere else again. I mean, no way.
If you're going to the Aquatic Experience next year, if you're a crazy convention person like we are, then you're already planning on next year's trip. Stay at the Embassy Suites. Just make sure I have my room first, because I don't want to be, I don't want to miss out on that. But
That was great.
I reserved that room 3 weeks before the event, and there were still rooms available. So
It was beautiful. And
Yep.
and Amber, Big City Beta, she really liked their plants, trust me.
yeah, she had a whole
pothos.
she had a whole fish room in her hotel room. But we
was
got there
awesome.
just before dinner time. I don't know if it was like 5 o'clock or something like that. And we just walked over to the event and walked right in. And it's not because we're big shots. It was just open. Anybody could walk in.
was fun.
And we did. And I was very scared.
Mm-hmm.
I said it to her as soon as we walked in. And I was terrified because it was very sparse. There was not a whole lot going on. And I was like, wow. I had just been to Aquashella where it was like, wow, it was madness. And then you walk into the Aquatic Experience and it was just, there wasn't a whole lot to look at. And I was scared, but that was because it wasn't ready yet. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
when we got there on Saturday, when the event actually opened, it was much, much different. And of course, there was a million people there and
It
everything
was a
else.
lot
but
of fun. Oh,
Fried-
look, Daryl Deemer. We missed you, Daryl. I just wanted to say that because I see you in the chat, and just wanted to let you know we really missed seeing you this weekend.
Yeah, he's one of those people you always expect to see there. We got there Friday night. We met up with King and Queen Cichlids, JH Aquatics, Big City Betas, and that was the group, right? And then there was the gentleman from the ACA, which
Oh, he was
I'm a
really
horrible
nice.
person. I don't recall his name. I want to say his name was Mike. I'm sure Scott will put it in the chat. I really like this. I've got a huge chat here. It's beautiful. But yeah, Scott, remind me of his name. We went to Outback, which is a block and a half away. Who doesn't love Outback? There's never a bad day for Outback. unless you go there and you're with King and Queen Cichlids and JH and Amber, because apparently they didn't like us. We got there, sat down. There, we had like 8 of us. I don't know. Do the math. And it was almost like they were like, all right, well, we don't feel like dealing with those people right there. We're just going to let them sit, because we watched people come in, sit down, eat, get their check, and leave, and new people sit down, and we still hadn't gotten our appetizers yet.
Rack and his wife, they got there after us, and they were done eating before we even got our food.
Yep. That was absolutely out of control. But then, we sent the... Mike from Fish Tank Barn. Shame on us.
Right.
Yeah, he was absolutely there.
Yeah, it makes 8.
But Scott, what was the other gentleman's name that was with us? Because I don't want to be rude. Maybe you already put it in there.
Oh my gosh, how did you forget him? Because I even have a video of that night.
I know.
It was
Shame on me.
hilarious.
But Outback is owned by a satanic cult. Oh, well. But it was a nice evening, though. I mean, we got to sit down with our friends, and we got to have fun, and that was awesome. And we got to watch Amber go crazy and be mad and storm the kitchen, literally.
She went into the kitchen. She was told to get out. It was hilarious.
His name was Mike. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I did say Mike.
Yeah.
So anyway, getting past all of that, Saturday we got there. I got there before it opened. You didn't, because you take forever. But it was nice because it's right there. You didn't have to get an Uber. There wasn't any kind of, it was just you walk out the lobby, you turn left, and you go up some steps, and you're in the event. So that was kind of cool. And I was very surprised and very relieved at how crazy it was. I mean, it was like it was full right off the bat, jam-packed, and it was beautiful. Very, very, very different than Aquashella. We don't need to go through all that stuff, but very different shows, wide open. So because it was in such a big room and because it was wide open, it does appear to be not as populated, if that makes sense. But there was a ton of people there. The YouTube booth was massive, and it was empty the whole weekend.
It was mainly Jason and Joanna.
Yep.
And then people would come in and sit down every once in a while. Susie Q and One Fish, Two Fish. It was
Rack.
just, Rack, JH and Amber, because we were all enjoying ourselves and walking around and going to hang out at other people's booths. Like, let's go visit Corey and Katie, and let's go visit Rachel and the Aqua Girls, and let's go visit everybody else. Rob, Flip Aquatics.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was right
'cause
there.
none of us were like together, in one booth like last year. So
Right.
we had to walk around and, you go do something with one person and you're like, I'll be right back. And 3 hours later, because or at least me, I get sidetracked and have to buy tickets for a raffle. And, So I was everywhere. I had a lot of fun. I think I saw you like twice.
I know.
At dinner
We're
time.
just like, we'll meet you up at dinner.
See ya. Bye.
It was it was a lot of fun, and for me, I don't oh, here she goes. He goes. I don't really care about seeing a lot of stuff there. I go there for the people. I know that sounds cliche. I know it sounds corny, but it's absolutely true. I go there to meet the people and to see my YouTube friends. Mm-hmm. And the cool thing about this particular event was that there wasn't as many YouTubers there, so you got more of that one-on-one type interaction with them instead of, you've got 12 of them and they're all coming from different directions.
Right.
And I'm not talking about subscribers. I'm talking about YouTube channels that want to sit down and say, hey, so how do you get more subscribers? And, that kind of stuff. That was wonderful to have it not be quite as chaotic. That doesn't mean that I don't want to see all of the YouTubers. I wish they could have all been there, but it was nice. It was fun walking down and seeing the line to meet Corey. It was like,
I stood in line. The first time I stood in line, John
I know.
said,
I'm like,
why are
what
you standing in line?
what are you doing here?
And then
She's standing
Katie's
in
like,
line.
come over here and sit with me. So, I went and sat with Katie for a few minutes, but then I get kind of antsy and get up and walk around because I have a hard time sitting still. So,
Yeah. His line was long all the way up until like, what did the show stop at? 4 o'clock on Sunday or 5? Whatever time it was.
Saturday was 6.
About 15 minutes prior to the event closing, there was a line at least 12, 15 people deep for Corey's booth. I mean, it was nonstop. And that guy stood there the entire time, just meeting people, meeting subscribers, taking pictures, doing the autograph things, all this. It was a pleasure to watch a pro work, because that's what that guy is.
And his feet had to have been super sore at the end of the day.
I'm not saying that because Corey's my friend. I'm not saying that because he brought me all of these viewers. I'm saying that because it's true. The guy's a pro and we all know it.
Get down. Get down.
Let's all have cats in our fish room.
Come on.
So let me get through these super chats here real quick.
Get down.
Catwalk Rabbitry. I'm not sure if I got to that one. $2. Corn Dog Co-op. Hashtag Corn Dog Co-op. That could be a thing. Will Hamilton. The co-op family here to support your family. I love it with the $1.99. Caesar Sosa. Isn't that the second time? $5. Is Lisa happy with the discus?
I love my discus.
course you do.
I'm very happy with my discus. I'm always happy with the discus that I get from Hans. I've never been disappointed. And they're growing really fast. Right now they're being a little shy because their lights, they go down usually around 7. So for the live stream, we turn them back on. So they're acting a little shy right now, but normally they're out just kind of doing their thing. And as you can see, the rummy nose just school around and do their thing. So everybody's happy. I love them. I love
The
them
rummy
so
nose
much.
and the one not rummy nose that thinks it's a rummy nose. Corey said, I want to see that cat knock the light off and then have a gangster look on his face. Yeah, and you pause it and you bring in those glasses and you play Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
that
Lord.
would be perfect, like those Thug Life videos. Yeah, that's for a video. That's
He's
for a
rotten.
future video.
Speaking
That'd
of
be perfect.
cats, I trapped another kitten tonight, and it's currently in the bathroom.
Yep. Anyway, Cody Campo, first time here. It just jumped on me. First time here live. Thanks for all the helpfully vids. You are very welcome. Thank you for watching them. Benson's Fish Room. This guy here. What's up, my little vape buddy? Yeah. Ryan Benson from Benson's Fish Room. We're gonna go up and see that guy. He's in New York. He owns like all the pet stores in New York. And we're going to go see him. We're going to do a trip where it's going to be like Rob and Big Rich, and then go see Ryan, and then probably get arrested and then come home. Because Ryan is nothing but trouble, that guy. Aquarium's maintained by Andy, $2. Corn Dog Dog. Quality Guy, $2.79 Canadian Super Chat. Hey, from Canada. Hello, my Canadian friend. Eric Furlow, this is the last one, had my first successful cichlid breed. Kenyais, awesome.
Nice.
One of the best things about breeding Kenyai is that you'll never have a problem getting rid of them because everybody loves them,
Right.
and
Those
they're
and
gorgeous little fish.
Yellow labs.
Absolutely, absolutely. So congratulations. Let's see. So yeah, Benson's Fish Room, we got to end up going and seeing that guy. He's a good dude. It's basically, I would walk by his booth on my way out, and I'd just give him a look, and I'd be like, all right, let's go. And we'd go outside and vape. And we would see the same people out there every time. It was George Farmer, it was Rachel, it was Mike from Flip Aquatics, all the same people. Dustin's new guy, his name's Ryan. His name's Ryan Howard. How about that? Famous baseball player. And there was a couple more guys too that they're escaping me now. But Kaler's Aquatics comes in here for the corn dogs. I love it. Corey, you started a thing and you don't even know it. Tacos are your channel. Corn dogs are mine. There will be a corn dog emoji next week. We got to talk about emojis because we don't have very good emojis. The bobblehead one is pretty cool, I will admit. We need your bobblehead when it comes in, and then maybe we'll do a corn dog. But you know what? As small as those emojis are, it might look like something funny if we put that, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Speaking of things looking funny, I almost peed my pants today watching Hot Ones. You don't watch it. Hot Ones is one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube. It's guys that sit down and eat chicken wings that are hot. And Paul Rudd was on it, and he has this trick, y'all. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Watch the video if you haven't seen it. He has this trick where he takes his finger and he puts it like this, and then he takes his phone and he takes a picture through his hand like that, and it makes it look like a butt, and it makes it look like a butt is on the guy. It's, oh my God, it's so funny. Go watch that. Hilarious. And Paul Rudd is just a great guy. Talking about light, for how long you should have your lights on and off for a cichlid tank. Cesar Sosa, again, every time I see that name, it reminds me of Kaiser Soze. You know what? I don't even turn my lights on in this tank every single day. I don't think that with cichlids, I don't believe that there is a rule that you have to have them on a certain amount of time. There's no live plants in there. It's just fish. You're just giggling up a storm. I hope you're having fun.
Katie messaged me something, and it kind of cracked me up. And I
Oh,
can't
God.
stop thinking
That Dorcula. I haven't seen her pop up
She
yet in
wants
the
a
stream.
wrench, by the way. She says she wants a wrench.
Well, I'll give her one. I just haven't seen her in
She's
here
been
yet.
in here.
Well, tell her to come in here, and I can't
She's
just,
in there.
I can't just summon it and make it happen.
You
Dorcula
heard
is
him.
Corey's wife, in case you're wondering. She's another troublemaker. You got to stay away from that
She's
one.
a trip.
If this tank was in my living room, I would probably have the lights on for 6 hours a day. I'd probably turn them on when I get home, and I'd probably turn them off when I go to bed. That's what I would do with this tank. But because it's out here, with the sunlight coming in from the window that's right next to it, it's not really needed all the time. But you know, it's a show tank, but it's a show tank for this and for videos. So the lights don't have to be on all the time. Helps to keep algae under control and stuff like that too. But with cichlid tanks, I don't think that there's a rule that you have to have them on a certain time. Obviously, if you have live plants and things like that, you're going to want to, her tank with all those plants in it. Those lights are on how much? Probably 8 hours a day.
Which ones? The ones behind me?
Yeah.
I usually have them on probably between 10 and 8. So probably closer to 10 hours.
Okay. I mean, that's for live plants. Look how good the plants are doing.
Well, and not only that, the floating ones, the lilies, they end up covering so much of the light, so it's fine.
Yep. Unfiltered Aquarist wanted to join the fun. And dude, I don't know if you've made your video or not. I am sorry that I wasn't able to get that video to you. I am not one of those guys, I promise, that just doesn't. People ask me to do stuff like that. I almost always do it. You just messaged me at the worst possible time. If you still need it, let me know. I'll see if I can get it done this weekend. You might have already put your video up right
You'll
now.
probably just tell me that I have to do it.
Yeah, whatever. Drew Chestnut. I used to listen to Mike. Was it Mike Chestnut, the country singer? Thanks for all the helpful vids about keeping African cichlids. Starting my first big tank 75-gallon back in July with peacocks going strong since. Awesome. 75-gallon tanks are so perfect for so many different things.
They really are.
Okay, so I still haven't seen Dorcula. Is she in here?
You're so...
All right, well, you talk about the aquatic experience for a
She's
minute.
right back there. You missed her. So the aquatic experience. Okay, God, there's so many fun things to talk about, especially the way back. But anyway,
The way back was a trip.
it was so much fun. No, actually, it was kind of aggravating at the end, but it was funny. It's a funny story, but I'll let John tell you that story. But I had a lot of fun hanging out with people and meeting people that I've talked to in the chat or on Instagram. It was really nice meeting Elizabeth Welch and her family, and I had a lot of fun hanging out with Dally. He's a really nice guy. And like I said, I felt bad for winning his tank. Well, not his tank, but him not winning his tank and me winning one close to the one he wanted. But it was fun hanging out with Susie Q because, Susie Q is just a trip anyway. So who wouldn't have fun hanging out with her? And, it's like there were so many different things happening. Like I could sit here and tell you how much fun I had hanging out with Joanna from Primetime Aquatics. I could tell you how much I had a wonderful time hanging out with Katie after the guys went outside to talk after dinner. And we
We'll
just
talk about that.
we all had a lot of fun, and it was just not the same thing the whole time. It was just so different, constantly something different going on, because like I said, I can't sit still. I have to be everywhere, and it's not because I'm a spaz. I want to make sure I talk to everybody, or I interact with people that I know that I have talked to before through chat or whatever. I like meeting people that follow us. It means a lot to me to interact with people that have commented and said things, and it's really nice to meet you all. And then of course there are the other YouTubers, and John gets into that more as far as like the YouTube side of things, where I'm not like that as much. I just like to talk to everybody. But of course,
Well, I do too.
I
Don't
love
make me
I
look like
love
a jerk.
talking to the YouTubers too. Please don't take me the wrong way. But it's just fun to get out and mingle and see the fish, and just, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much time I spent around that raffle table.
Half the weekend.
It was just a blast. I love winning. So, I mean, what can I say? I just like to win.
She's a winner.
But it was fun. I came home with 2 fish, 2 betas. I'll probably get in trouble if I say the name of the other one, so I'm not. And then some shrimps.
What? Get in trouble?
The scarlets.
Why would you get in trouble for saying scarlet badass? You gonna call them badasses? Is that what you're
Yeah.
gonna do?
Because I call them scarlet badasses because that's what they are.
Everybody calls them scarlet badasses. That's not a big deal.
Okay, so anyways, I love them. They're so cute and adorable. I got them from Flip Aquatics, and they're adorable. So
Yeah, and I see that Corey's still in here, and I know Dorcula's in here. Don't think I didn't hear you call me KG Cichlids at the end of your live stream. Fish Nerd comes in, Carlos, with the $5 with the fist bump. And he's got a baby on the way. Well, his wife does.
Congratulations.
So,
Well, it's his too.
well, yeah, but
He's going to hold it up and go, I made this. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we got to get into. I mean, we got to get into the end because you.
That was the funnest part. It was so funny.
That's what we're going to talk about next, is what to do with that. But we left right after the event, and well, no, we didn't, because we had to wait.
Yeah, we had to wait for the tank.
Just like last year's aquatic experience, you won a tank.
Yep.
And we can't, well, we'll show it in a minute. It's not going to be anything special because it doesn't have any lights on it or anything like that. But you won a tank in the raffle, among other things too. So of course it was madness at the end again, because we had to load this tank up, which means you basically have to wait for them to drain it out completely, take all the fish out and do all of that kind of stuff. And then you got to wait for somebody with a cart that they actually brought it out to the truck for us, which was real nice. They did that last year too. And then we're finally on our way, and we got on the road. And the ride home was very nice. It was very relaxed. It was late at night. For like the last hour and a half, you put Susie Q's live stream on.
We were watching Susie Q. It was the best. And then the blue lights.
There is a toll booth that is about 3 miles from our house. If you've ever driven down 301 through Maryland into Virginia, it's called the Harry Nice Bridge. I showed it in our Petco video. The bridge goes like this. It's like a roller coaster. Basically, it's a super high, super steep bridge so that they didn't have to build a drawbridge. That's why they did that. And we get to the toll, $6 we have to pay. I think we had to pay like $28 in tolls on the way home, but it was 2 hours less time. And in the toll booth, the blue lights from the police car goes off. I just gave the lady my money.
Wait, he paid.
And the lights come on, and I'm like, no. I said, no. I am a grandpa when I drive. I mean, I am literally, but I drive like an old grandma. I mean, I drive like I'm 84 years old. I go at the max 5 or so miles an hour over the speed limit. But this whole toll area is 25 miles an hour. And I go through that area 3 or 4 times a week. I always slow way, 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 way down. And so I knew I wasn't speeding. We're in a rental car, so it's not like, So he pulls us over right after the toll. And he comes up to the passenger side and he's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. What's the deal? Oh, do you know why I pulled you over? And I said, look, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but no, I have no idea because I know I wasn't speeding. He said, no, you weren't speeding. You don't have a front license plate. I'm like, all right, well, you know what? First of all, what a jerk for pulling me over at 11:30 at night on a Sunday
with
night.
a tank
I mean,
in the
go
back.
watch Sunday night football. What's wrong with you?
There's fish to put away. I mean, really?
I said, I did not know that. And you know what? I wouldn't know that because this is a rental car. And his exact words, he looks at me and says, you rented a Rebel? I said, she did. And it was awesome. But anyway, it took him 30 minutes to check my information. Because there's, apparently he said there's somebody with like a protective order with a name very similar to mine.
Another John Hudson. Go figure.
Yeah. But I mean.
I tell you what, it would have been hilarious if you had to get out and get handcuffed because I'd have been videoing it the whole time. Like, oh, this is perfect for YouTube.
That would have been YouTube gold. Yep, absolutely. But I mean, he was really cool about it in the end. But it was like that delayed us getting home by a half an hour, and we were literally 5 minutes from home. I mean, that was pretty frustrating with the tanks and everything else. But we didn't have to take the truck back that night, so that made it a little bit easier. But all in all, the weekend was amazing. I loved hanging out with the YouTubers. I loved hanging out with the non-YouTubers, just you, all of you that are watching right now. It was an absolute blast. I had so many people come up to me. First of all, a lot mistaking me for Jason.
Yeah.
And a lot went up to Jason mistaking him for me. And when we sat together, that really freaked people out.
I know, especially like you all had to actually point to which woman you were with.
Yep.
At one point. It was hilarious.
Yep, that's awesome though. I mean, we had a lot of people come up, I watched both of you. It was really, really cool. We had a lot of fun. And we had a lot of fun just shooting the breeze. You talk about shooting the breeze. I don't get a lot of, this is going to sound really weird. I'm just pre-warning you. I don't get a lot of one-on-one time with men.
Okay.
With guy friends. I don't really have any, nobody likes me. I don't really have any friends here. Like I do, but not like I'm just going to, you understand what I'm saying?
Like you could message him and be his best friend. Like you could be his internet best friend, but you're not real life.
That's it. But Corey McElroy is a friend in real life. And we ended up going and sitting at a park bench, like picnic table type thing, outside of Houlihan's. Was it Houlihan's or Hooligans?
It's
I don't know
Houlihan's.
that we ever figured that out. Okay.
Houlihan's.
And we just sat there and we just talked about YouTube. We talked about business. We talked about, complained about our old ladies. We did all kinds of stuff.
You did not.
No, we didn't do that at all.
Katie.
And then Chris Lukup comes out. She was sitting in there with Katie McElroy all night too. So Chris Lukup and Mike from the Fish Tank Barn come out and they sit with us and we just sat there. And it was beautiful. We sat there for like 2 hours just talking and talking. And of course, when Chris Lukup walks up, it becomes the Chris Lukup show. I mean,
right.
And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It's just when that guy's talking, you just want to hear what he's saying. So it was a wonderful time. Probably no disrespect to anyone else. That couple of hours at that picnic table was probably my favorite time of the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a wonderful, wonderful place, wonderful time.
It was definitely, like Katie said, 3 hours because we were, me and Katie know a lot about each other now. We can never not be friends.
There was never like, it was not intended to be that way. I went out to have a vape And I went out because I saw Mike from Flip Aquatics go out. I saw him from across the restaurant. We were all in one restaurant. And I mean, all of us. But we all weren't sitting together. There was some over here, some over there. So, like the Coralfish 12G guys were all over there, and the Flip Aquatics people were here. And then and so I saw him go out. He was the only vapor I knew because I didn't see Ryan Benson at the restaurant. So I followed him out to go have a vape. And then a couple more people came out, and then a couple more, and a couple more. And all of a sudden, there was like 12 of us out there. And then it died down to just me and Corey. And that was a lot of fun. It was a beautiful thing. Whips World, $5 super chat. New Arrow Keeper. How do I get 100% coverage when space for heater, wires, airline, or filter? Blah, blah, blah. You see all of that. I think you may have commented that on the video. I think you may have. So it's actually a very simple thing to resolve. And the reason why that happened to me is because I did not do this. Do we have one? You could grab one from up there. There are those plastic strips. Let me grab one here because you've got one right here.
What? Oh, okay. You can get it. John's going to get it. Oh, yeah.
Now, this is a small example, but you've seen these. It slides onto the back of your canopy, and it covers that gap because the canopies never go all the way to the back. So you've got this, and your glass canopy should come with one of these. And all you do is notch it. I mean, I took sheet metal pliers, sheet metal snips, and I cut it out. But that's because I like things to be perfect and all this kind of stuff. But you could do it with a razor blade. Just be careful. Please don't cut your fingers off. That's what I do. This back corner, how do I point to it? This back corner right here, you may not, wow, this is so weird. You can kind of make it out. There's a circulation pump right there. And the wire for that goes up back. So what I did on that corner, I just cut this little corner off. That's all, just a little corner. And the wire goes up through there. But you can cut it with snips, tin snips, scissors, heavy-duty scissors, whatever you have. You can trim that to go around your filter intakes, your airlines, your heaters, and all that kind of stuff. There's your long-winded answer. And that's what I did not do prior to my arowana jumping out. If you don't know that story, I think you do because you watched that video. I had these on the back of the tank, but they were just sitting there. And there was a small gap because I hadn't notched them out yet around the brackets for the lights. So that's why it happened. But that has since been resolved, and I was going to show it in the video, but totally forgot. So that's how you do it. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, let me back up here because I want to get through a couple more super chats here, and then we'll start talking about that 90-gallon. Ladero Biglow Tony. Starting an Oscar tank 90-gallon. Nice. So this is going to be the stream for you because we're going to be talking all about 90-gallon tanks. Multi-tank addiction, $5 lurking while I'm working. That guy is a rascal, that guy. He shaved his head and grew his goatee and dyed his goatee to troll me. That's what he did.
That was so funny.
At the aquatic experience.
That was so funny.
And he felt bad, and I felt bad because he felt bad. He shaved the goatee off between Saturday night and Sunday because he thought I was upset with him for doing that. I'm like, dude, really?
I thought it was so cool.
Have you been online and seen the things that people say about me? I mean, they don't pay $5 to troll me like somebody did to Corey in his live stream. They don't pay to be mean to me. I wish they would make it a little easier. Yeah, doing that. I will admit, when you first told me you did it to troll me, I was kind of like, yeah, that's weird. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, what? Come on. You're just a goofball. It's no big deal. You did not bother me at all. Mark Hill, one of my favorite guys. Hi, John and Lisa. Just saying hi. Watching Astros beating the Yankees. Can't really listen, but I'm here. Wait a minute. You are at the game, Mark? Wow. That is awesome.
Oh, really?
Well, he lives in Texas, so.
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be a great game to be at. I would be following that game right now if it weren't for having to do a live stream, but I'm not complaining. Don't worry.
Well, who is actually...
The Yankees and the Astros are playing.
I know they are.
Whoever wins plays the Nats.
Tonight? That's the final one?
No. Whoever wins the series.
Well, I know that much, but I was just wondering what's the score right now as far as
The series is 2-1
Yankees.
Astros.
Oh, I thought it was the Yankees.
Yep. I am gonna. I see Chewy. Chewy's from Canada. Why are you rooting for the Astros? I am. I have to tell you, I'm rooting for the Yankees.
Me too, because it'll be so cool to see the Nats beat the Yankees.
Well, I'm confident that the Nats can beat either team. But the reason why I want that is because I want all the games to be East Coast time.
Yeah.
It's a little selfish in me. 3-1 Astros. Nice. Okay. The sport is baseball, Jeremy. I get a lot of people, what's baseball? Like they don't even know because they're from other countries and they don't have baseball there. So, 90-gallon tank. I'll go ahead and it has to be your camera that I turn. I will turn Marie's camera here.
Can you?
There it is.
Yeah, it's kind of messy over there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it doesn't look like much because it's
Empty.
just there, empty. Still has the sign on it that says Tank 13.
Number 13.
So you won that in the raffle. Stole it from Dally Vigil.
It was 2008. That was the ticket number. It was so cool because I bought the tickets 2005 to 2020. And I was like, well, that's like my life with John pretty much. So these are definitely lucky tickets. Sure enough, I went with 2008.
There you go. What happened to the stream background? If you're talking about the photo that we had, it's because I had to change softwares in an emergency. And I had to pay for this one, which I'm fine with because it looks like it's got a really cool setup. Last minute, I had to change it because my OBS just took a dump on me. Paul Martin is back. My big brother from another mother. The lights are on, and I rang the bell, but no one answered. So I tried the knob, and the door was open. Sorry about the mud, but I'm here. Talk about creepy. We are so glad to have you, Paul. We were worried about you. You've been...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you missed Super Chat. Logan Wood. Whatever happened to your salt water ever again?
Good question. Ever again? Sure. I was asked that this weekend by a vendor. Sure, I would do it again, but I would do fish only. I enjoy shrimp. What? I enjoy saltwater fish. I love to look at corals. I am not good at keeping them. I kill them all, and they are way too expensive for that. But I love saltwater fish. I think they're awesome, and so I could definitely see doing it again. I don't think I would do it out here though.
Yeah.
We have aspirations of someday moving this entire operation down into our basement. Whenever that basement becomes available, it might be a year from now, it might be 2 years from now. And when that happens, I could certainly see me setting up a 150-gallon saltwater tank or something, fish only, just live rock and fish. And if I'm going to do any corals, it would be you can't kill these corals. That would be the ones that I would get, like zoanthids and stuff like that. I mean, the super easy stuff. But yeah, why is everybody saying nerd? What's happening here? Love all my fish nerds.
Well, it was really nice to see Paul in the chat.
Absolutely, it was.
Where you been, Paul? We miss you.
Some weirdo is like a stalker, says, Lisa, your hair looks nice tonight. Now I sound like a creeper. Jeez, stay away from that person. Would you ever get bikers or lungfish? I call them bikers. You might call them bishars, bishars, whatever. I think lungfish are ugly, and I love bikers. I don't know if I'll ever have one. I mean, I love pacu too, but I'm not going to ever have one. So, there's a lot of fish that I love, but I just don't know that I would keep them. No offense to lungfish people. It might just be the name freaks me out. Lungfish. Ugh, gross.
Yeah, like stomach fish or something. Or
we haven't gotten a single new member during this live stream. That is concerning because we usually get a whole bunch of them. Thank you for putting that up, Corey. Corey. Yeah, thanks, Corey. Thank you, Candy.
Candy. Oh, wow.
So what are we going to do with this 90-gallon tank? First things first.
I need plants.
No, wait a minute. I forgot to mention something.
Oh.
that was in my What's Going On. Yeah, folks, you saw the thumbnail for this video. You don't even know about this yet.
What?
You saw the thumbnail for this video, that gorgeous
Gummy
fish.
savers.
I don't even know what the fish is. It's beautiful and it's orange. And you see our logo. If you're not familiar with that logo, I've been using that logo since like 2013, 14 maybe. That is a logo that was created for our podcast. Paul Martin has sent me a bunch of stuff with that logo on it. I do have that slate with it on there. I'm going to hang it up at some point. But that logo is actually now finally available on a shirt. It's through Teespring. I saw quite a few Teespring shirts this weekend. I know they are not the absolute best quality, but the problem with that shirt and the problem with my logo, just the standard KG Tropicals logo that you see in the bottom left corner right now, bottom right corner, they're both multicolored and the logo is 3D. It's not 3D, but you know what I mean. It looks like it has depth to it. It's got shadows and all this kind of stuff. And because of that, it makes it very, very difficult for a screen printer to do that. They would have to use one of the computer things, which is what Teespring uses, and that's how they're able to do it cheaper. But the Tank Talk logo, it has like 12 colors in it. And I took that in to get shirts made of that, and they were going to be absolutely outrageous. You're stuffing your face on camera, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm going to get fat because you're talking so much.
That shirt is available. I'm not 100% certain that it's available now. I put it up today. No, I didn't. I put it up yesterday, and they said it could take a day or two to actually show up on our YouTube videos. So be patient for that. If you've been waiting for that to be available on a shirt, it's going to be available probably tomorrow. She can stuff her face all she wants. I don't have a problem with her stuffing her face. I just didn't know if she knew that she was on camera doing that. So this tank came with, it's basically a complete setup. Last year when you won that tank, which you can't see on camera, it's got like 175 guppies in it right now.
I'm a guppy breeder queen.
That tank, why are you so fat? Oh, because my husband wouldn't stop talking. Yeah. That tank, it was the same setup, except it came with substrate. Last year, that tank came full of sand. This one, they took all the substrate out, which is fine. We'll get our own. But it is a 90-gallon. It's the 4-foot 90-gallon. It came with the Aquarium Quiet Flow 400 canister filter,
Okay.
which I haven't even touched. It came with a 300-watt Aquarium heater and the lids and 2 4-foot Aquarium LED lights. So we basically got everything we need. Slap a background on there or paint it, and we can just start decorating it. What are we gonna put in there, and what kind of fish are we gonna do? Turning it over to you.
I'm going to do another scape, that's for sure. I can't wait. I'm going to do not the same as the sorority tank, but something completely different. I can visualize it in my head right now. I can't wait. I've got to go pick up the rocks and some driftwood, and then I'm going to have to put an order in for some plants, Corey. So be prepared. But as far as the fish, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe angels. I'm
Why don't
thinking.
you be honest? Why don't you be honest with our viewers?
Okay, baby angels. I want to get some
No,
really
you're
little
still
baby.
not telling the truth. Angels were my idea. Where you at, Dan Lusky? Angels were
He
my
doesn't
idea.
have baby angels.
Oh,
I've already talked to Dan. So I was thinking just like little baby angels because I like to grow my fish. I want to show you guys that I can grow fish, start them off small, raise them up to be big. And I really like the idea of maybe breeding some angels, not go crazy, but it's fun to watch them pair off. Just like my discus, they will very soon start pairing off. And I may end up having some discus babies too. And you know what? I can give those to people that are in the hobby and they want to start their own discus tank or angel tank up, and it'll be fun to just share with others. I don't want to selfish. I never want to do that again, but it would just be a lot of fun to do that with everybody else. Not somebody that's never had a fish tank before, but you know, somebody that's got a tank set up, ready to go, and they want to try some baby angels or baby discus, and I can say, hey, watch my video and you'll know how to take care of them. But it'll be a lot of fun, and yeah, it was John's idea, so.
The angels were my idea. I was just like, can I finally get my angel tank? And I'll tell you what convinced her to be okay with getting angels was the fact that you can put other things in there too.
Yeah.
Like we can put some barbs in there or some tetras or something like that. I'm thinking hello, you do this for a living. I don't do it for a living. Scissor tail Rasboras. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, my first reaction was, what about another beta sorority? Like, I could do another beta sorority, but John was like, no, not another beta sorority.
We are trying to put a system together on the wall that you cannot see. It is the wall opposite this tank, so it's straight that way. You've seen it in videos before. We are trying to build a system there that would incorporate, 14 10-gallon tanks? Mm-hmm. And then our 3 4-foot tanks, the 90-gallon and the 275s. We're trying to incorporate that all into one system. And so already, like, 7 of those tanks are going to be beta sororities, and you want to make that? Come on.
Well,
that's just crazy. Petco
loves me right now because I've been going crazy buying the $1-gallon tanks. I went and bought some filters. I've bought heaters. I'm getting everything ready for this project on this new wall. And then what I do, I go in there yesterday, I buy a shrimp tank, I set up my shrimp tank, and it's like I've got all these ideas and all these projects and all these tanks and all these fish, and I just can't stop. It's like...
It's a multi-tank addiction.
And then John has those too. So I was like, I think I'll go ahead and let him choose the fish to put in a 90-gallon. I mean, why not give him that?
The Zen Ginger asked a very important question. That's a big supporter of our channel. She asked, Candy, does KG Tropicals have an Amazon link? I got a gift card that's burning a hole in my pocket. I do. Actually, in the description of this stream. So if you're on your phone, turn it back to portrait mode and scroll down. In the description, I've got links to the equipment that we use, the lights, the filters, all that kind of stuff. So if that's something you're looking to do, all you got to do is click one of those links. You don't have to buy that product. Once you click that link, you're kind of in Amazon's system under us. Whatever you buy for the next 30 days, we would get a teeny tiny itty bitty microscopic commission off of all of those. If you want to do that, go right ahead. If you're going to buy the stuff anyway, you might as well. You know, it's no big deal. So, yeah, I don't know when we're going to get that tank set up. It's going to be a little bit. It's going to be a little bit. But I wanted to... Are you done talking about that? Talking about the 90?
Yeah, I could use some gummies.
Stuff your face a little bit more. You want me to put the camera just on me? Mm-hmm. Okay, I will. I don't know what it's going to... I don't know what's going to happen when I go back to triple or double. Anyway, I did make some good progress this weekend on trying to get some things for these tanks right here. I'm struggling a bit with this tank right now, just basically keeping it clean. I'm not moving enough water in there. And it just so happened that I had a company approach me at the Aquatic Experience. Hey, we want to work with you. What can we send you? And I said, pumps. You can send me pumps. So got that taken care of. Also, I should have a substrate for this tank on the way. It's not an ultra fine sand, but a finer sand. And yes, it is absolutely stingray safe. If I'm going to end up doing stingrays, I don't know if I am. We've got 2 plecos in there. We've got 2 severums, 2 Oscars, and 3 arowanas. I think that's stocked enough. But yeah, I don't think we're going to end up doing that. So those things are coming, and we do have lights and stuff like that too. So very exciting. The contacts that were made there was a lot of fun. it was really cool to hang out with the people. And that was the most fun of the whole thing. And I kept feeling bad for Jason because I was like, dude, you're sitting, Jason from Primetime Aquatics, you're sitting here all day. It's not that he was being lazy. It's just he was at the booth. And I thought he felt like he was like required to be at the booth. I'll put it back on double. I don't have a hotkey for that yet. He wasn't obligated to sit there, but I thought he felt like he was. And so I kept saying to him, you're sitting here all day. You don't need to do this. Everybody else is walking around and all that. He's like, no, it's okay. I love it. I love sitting here and meeting with the subscribers and stuff like that. And so I sat there with him for a little bit, and it is fun. It's a lot of fun to just sit there and have them come to you rather than being walking around and every 20 steps, hey, John, which is awesome. Not complaining about that. But when you're at the booth, they just kind of come to you. It makes it a little easier. I enjoyed that very much. The booth at the Aquatic Experience was very different this year than I've ever seen it. It was massive and it was wide open, which I think is absolutely brilliant. The only downside to it was that there were chairs and just random people would start coming in and sitting down to take a break. You're not going to get mad at those people, but that happened a lot the whole weekend. But yeah, overall, the whole weekend was a lot of fun, and I was overwhelmed with just the amazing things that were said. And that leads me to something else that I wanted to read here. I debated on whether I wanted to read this or not because it is kind of self-indulgent, I guess, to highlight somebody saying something nice about us. But this email that I got today, which I'm not going to tell you who it is, this is why we do what we do.
Right.
Is for emails like this. Now, don't everybody start sending us emails like this. I appreciate it very much. But I want to read this. I have read so many mean comments and nasty emails and stuff. I've read those live on this live stream before. Tonight, I want to share something that's positive. And it's not just because it's about us.
So sweet.
It's not just because it's about us. If you are a YouTuber who maybe you just started and your channel's just now starting to get off the ground, you have this to look forward to. And you don't have to have 130,000 subscribers to get this kind of stuff. I was getting messages like this when I had 3,000. So you don't have to be where I'm at to get these emails. And believe me, it never gets old when you get that. You ready for me to read it?
Okay.
John and Lisa, I wanted to take the time to thank you for something you've done for me and others like me. It has so much to do with fish and also nothing to do with fish. I feel like I have a purpose, responsibility, and community. 3 things I never thought I needed and now realize makes me thrive. Y'all, must be from the country, y'all are my soul's weekly water change.
Aww.
Insert eyes roll. Insert John's eye roll here. I won't get into boring details. I don't have kids, been divorced 7 years after being married for 13 years, and don't really like cats enough to ever fully embrace crazy cat lady status. And Lisa loves them enough for more than one person anyway. She's got enough love to spread around for both of us. So after growing up around fish, my mom's 3 55-gallon tanks, and having them also here and there in my own adult life, one late Saturday night, a while back, I decided, I'm sorry, I'm getting tired, it's hard to read. I decided to pick up a 10-gallon kit during a 50% off sale at Petco. Then realizing YouTube is full of information, I searched for some pointers and more education. I can't remember which video of yours I came across first, but I know John's sarcasm, unapologetic truth, and an eye roll or two got me interested. Then I saw Lisa in some videos here and there, and your banter between each other reminds me of myself and how I interact with my friends and family. Jabs equals affection, someone else who acts like that too. Sorry, what? What's that horrible noise?
It's a cat.
Now I've got 2 tanks and am going aquascape material shopping next weekend for the 3rd one sitting in my dining room floor. And the sense of curiosity and urge to learn as much as I can about this hobby and make a few aquatic lives better. The community and having a few hundred people just like me to hang out with once a week, the responsibilities of weekly water changes, and ensuring I'm doing the right thing for my fish and the hobby. All of this has improved my quality of life and mental health. I struggled for a long time knowing there's more to life than working 50 plus hours a week. Coming home to an empty house with nothing to do sucked. I've been there, I know. Not your house, but I've been to my house alone and it sucks. And then I met her. My friends, wait a minute, sorry. Y'all changed that for me and gave me the community I needed in my life. My friends, family, and coworkers have even mentioned how I've changed for the better. I'm happier and more relaxed, and my mind is less chaotic. I'm more productive at work, and I'm more productive at work, and so much so, my boss and I are having conversations about me taking a different/better position within the company. All this came from you two and the community you started, and I wanted to thank you for it. You don't realize how much I appreciate the live streams and inclusivity you show to everyone, and how much of yourself you can find in like-minded people with the same passion. I know that took a long time. I'm super tired, so I did struggle getting through it. But that's what it's about, folks.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get a message like that from someone that you've never met in person before. Maybe there's been some chats going back and forth a little bit, but you've never met this person. Look how long it took me to read that. Imagine how long it took to type it up. I mean,
It's so sweet.
that is what this is all about. And the only argument I would put up to that email is that it's not just me. I mean, there are so many YouTubers out here that are doing the same things that we are, and they're all helping to form that community. That's why I wanted to read that, because I'm a team guy. I'm one of those guys, if I was a professional athlete and they were interviewing me after the game, I'd be the guy saying it's all about the team. We all do this together. We win together. We lose together. That's how I operate. And so all of us bringing each other up is just a beautiful thing. Whether you are just an avid fish keeper and you're not involved in making videos and all that kind of stuff, but you're somebody that goes on things like this and puts in corn dog, you're a crazy person that likes to spend time on the internet watching content about fish, you're just as much a part of the community as I am, or as you are, or Corey, or anybody. So it's a beautiful thing that we have here. It wasn't always this way.
No.
There was a time way back that it was downright ugly. But
Yeah,
right
I
now
didn't even want to be involved.
it is a beautiful time to be a fish keeper on YouTube. That's a fact.
Yep, it is.
So, what's next? Thank you to the person that sent that. That was very thoughtful, and it really does mean a lot.
It means a lot.
So, you don't have anything else, huh?
Oh, it's kind of hard to beat that.
We got to sign off after that.
Oh, wow.
Okay, just in time, a super chat comes through. Fish fam love from Fish Room Fever. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for that. I wonder if this is the first live stream where we haven't gotten a new member. And maybe I'm not getting notifications for it or anything. I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to play reverse psychology or anything like that. But yeah, it's kind of odd. I'm wondering if they just don't do the notifications for that anymore. Maybe it has to do with this software. I don't know. Who knows? But you do notice some pictures. Well, that's not really a picture. That's my silver play button. Lisa pointed out.
You can barely even see it.
It does kind of blend in. And that's unfortunate, but where else was I going to put it? We've got the Murph picture. That's Corey's pufferfish, Murph. And then this one here, well.
Oh, there.
That is a small arowana picture that
There.
was drawn by Priscilla MK Art. The drawings from Multi-Tank Addiction are going to go here, and on Marie's side next to the white discus picture. Yeah, try pointing to it. Nope.
It's right there.
No, it's...
Yes, it is. I'm
Well, but
pointing
it-
right at it.
Oh, you can't see yourself on camera.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to go there, so it's going to be very cool, and I am excited. Okay, yeah, Rack just texted me, so that's good. I'll keep that in mind, Rack. Thank you. Rack is going to go live immediately following us. We're going to just keep that trend going of passing along all the people.
Rack, tell Angela I said hello too, by the way.
Most of the Aquarium Co-op group has left us, which is unfortunate, but it just shows you the power of Corey, for sure. So, all right, should we get to the chat now?
Sure.
Cody Metz, again, always sending through super chats. Y'all kept turtles? Badly, we have. We've kept a turtle badly.
Oh, Oliver.
And we ended up letting it go. It was a wild turtle that our kid brought
It
home
was
from
this.
the pond.
It was like that big.
It was like the size of a nickel when we got it, and when we gave it back to
It
the
was
pond, it was maybe
a
like
quarter.
yeah, no, it was a 50-cent piece.
No, probably still a quarter.
So here they come, Buddha Aquariums and Jezza 43
that's crazy.
just became members of the channel.
you.
Welcome to the team. We've been so behind because of all the madness that's been going on over the last few weeks.
People are starting to say corn dog now as a reminder that they're still here because Corey sent them over.
Oh, that's adorable.
That is
I love
cute.
that. That is very cool. So the corn dog's still here. Sweet. Glad to see Rack live. Yeah. Rack approached me at Rack and I are friends, and I think everybody knows that. He came to me when we were, waiting 3 hours for our food at Outback, and he said, "I want to stream after you. Is that going to be okay?" I'm like, why would that not be okay?
Right.
I mean, of course it's okay. So excited for that. I don't know how long we're going to go here. Maybe go till 10:30 and then pass it off to you, Rack. So make sure you click start streaming before I go off, because then we can put the link up for you and everything. Maybe Candy would be gracious enough to
Poor Candy,
to send
she's
that up.
already worked all day.
Yeah, Candy's like, what, did you not see me in Corey's and all of that? So hold the corn, just give me the dog. It's a California thing. I mean, if you haven't had a good corn dog, then you're missing out. What's the score of the game, folks? Ontario, Canada, love the streams. Guys, I agree with the email you got. You and Corey at Coop, I love that, have helped me and my son with our fish room so much. Thanks for all the advice. Yeah, I got a lot of that too this weekend. I watch you and Corey, and that makes me feel good to be associated with that guy. Just, who would not love to be associated with him? Trivia question for KG Tropicals. John, do you know who the Washington Nationals AAA team is? Let's see. There'd be Syracuse. That's their AAA team. It's the Syracuse something. And then we've got their single A is the Potomac Nationals, which is actually going to be moving right down the street from me. Double A Harrisburg, but I don't know the names of the teams except for the Nationals, except for the Potomac Nationals.
CJ Black. I see you're in here. Hello. I just wanted to let you know I mailed your gift card out today. I did. Well, okay, so another funny story. I just found out yesterday I was in charge of sending everybody's stuff out that won on the live streams. I didn't know I was in charge, like I said, until yesterday.
It's happening again. You're lying on live stream.
I'm working on it, everybody. I promise. So John is not allowed. Don't you interrupt me right now. Don't you even speak. John is not allowed to do a live stream until I catch up with sending everything out.
Live stream? Really? Not allowed to do a live
stream?
No.
A giveaway on a live stream until I'm done sending all of these giveaways out. I'm working on it. I promise. I'm working on it. I'm halfway done. So tomorrow, everybody else's will be out, and I'll be done. And he might be allowed to do a giveaway next month.
We got some amazing aquascaping books from Chris Lukop, and he signed them. And for authenticity's sake, I actually got a photo of him signing it. I said, you know what, Chris? Look up at me while you are signing the books, because I don't think anybody would ask. But I figured, you know what? Why not have the proof? How well does that show through?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a great picture of me.
Yeah, that's Lisa,
You
Mike
can
Howe sitting
edit
there.
me
It's
out.
too blurry on the camera, but yeah, that's Chris signing the books. So if you're into aquascaping, pay attention. We'll do it when Marie tells me I can.
Yeah.
And by the way, you all heard me say that. You all heard me say that it's up to you. You're the one sending all of these out. I said it 2 weeks in a row. So telling you lies.
I'm going to
like that.
rewatch these streams to see if you said it, because I did not get that message.
Now the fun thing would be getting one of the band CDs that Chris Lukop was in. Yeah, they're all over YouTube. I don't know which videos he is in, but the band's called Leaves Eyes. That's one of the bands that he was in. They are out of Germany, so all of their music is all in German. But he showed me a couple of videos that he was in, and then I went looking for those, and I couldn't find them. I think it's like if you type in Leaves Eyes, which is Leaves, eyes like eyes, Belgium. I think if you type that in, you get one that has him in it. But his hair is super long in it, which is down to his butt now.
Still is.
But it's like bushy, like crazy bushy. So you can't really even see his face or anything like that. But yeah, there you go. I would love to learn how to aquascape. Me too. I tried going to George Farmer, did a demo, and he did it at the OASA at the OASA booth, which is awesome. But they didn't have him mic'd or anything like that. And there was people everywhere. I couldn't even see the tank. I was like, you know what? No, I'm just going to move on. So I didn't end up watching it. But yeah, I would love to know how to do that. Some of those people that do those aquascaping contests are absolute artists. They're absolutely amazing. Kaler's Aquatics update on the opossum baby, Lisa.
Oh, well, John opened the trap up, and it sat there. And it just sat there.
Hissing at me, a constant.
And it's so
constant
cute
hiss.
and little and everything. It did end up getting out and coming back. It still comes back and eats off the porch. But I did finally catch the kitten I was trying to catch. So, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the possum is still coming back. And we have a raccoon now.
We only saw the raccoon once.
Yep, we have a raccoon. It was a big raccoon, too. What did you name it? Somebody named it Rocket?
I think David named it Rocket.
Rocket.
Because of Rocket Raccoon. Ty Smith. Hi, John and Lisa. Keep up
No,
the
he
good
said,
work.
hi,
Thank you.
Lisa and
Lisa
John.
and John. Yeah, sorry. Habit. Yes, thank you for that. $2
you.
super chat. Very, very generous of you. So, yeah, it's your time, folks. We've got 11 minutes. Rack, remember, 11 minutes. 11 minutes. It's up to you. Put it in the chat. We will pull a question. If I'm answering a question, you find one, and vice versa. Could we get a view of the kitten?
Oh.
I don't know where he went. Oh, he's right there. I'll get him. If he doesn't run.
Oh, no, it doesn't mean, I think they mean the kitten we caught.
Oh, well, I'm gonna get him. You weren't talking about this one?
Everyone sees Reno all the time.
Yeah. Well.
Ooh, Michael Young says, I'll trade you your possum for my skunk. Now, is it a baby skunk? If it's a baby skunk, I might be able to catch it, and you can take their stinkers out, can't you?
Yeah, but no, I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
Skunks are cute, but
They're
how
so
do I
cute.
become a member? There's a little join button right next to the subscribe button. If you're on an Apple phone, which I am too, There is not. You'd have to do it on desktop. But if you have an Android or if you're on a desktop, there's a little join button. Just click on that and it will explain it. It will explain it very well. Can Severums go with Cardinal Tetras? Severums are slow growers.
Might be a good snack for them later.
Yeah, my Oscars have tripled in size since I got them, and the Severums that I have in here have maybe gotten a ½ inch bigger. So they are slow growers, but eventually their mouths will be big enough to eat Cardinal Tetras. So in the very beginning, I would say you'd probably be okay, but not for long. Mara Ginevin became a new member.
Yay.
Welcome to the
Thank
team.
you.
Very cool to have
Welcome.
you. Jeff Rose says, "What's up, guys and gals?" Not a whole lot here. Just
Allie
talking
said-
about all kinds of stuff.
Allie said you can take the stinker out. And Allie said it. Just saying.
We're not going to have a skunk.
Okay. You never know. I mean, next we might have a bear or a mountain lion. I attract all animals here. Hey, Jeff Rose.
She's not kidding. Can you put beta with green tiger barbs together? Green tiger barbs? I don't like the idea of tiger barbs with betas. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say a big fat no. My fish don't have ick. Why are they flashing on decor, etc.? Okay. Could be two things.
They might just have an itch.
Well, there could be an internal parasite.
Yeah.
That's not ick. I mean, ick is a external parasite. There could be an internal, and they're itching and they go to scratch it. Or if it's happening once in a blue moon, they might just be trying to rummage up food. I mean, I've seen these Africans go down and just kind of bounce off of the sand. They're trying to free up food. So if it's once in a blue moon, don't panic. If it is repeatedly, if it's nonstop and they're all doing it, or several of them are doing it, then I would start treating for internal parasites right away. Start with general cure, some salt, and do plenty of water changes. You'll be fine. Would have loved to hang out at AE with you guys, but unfortunately we didn't make it. Thanks, John and Lisa, for always keeping us interested in the hobby. We missed you, my friend, but I
really
saw you
did
2 weeks
miss you.
before, so it's okay.
So I missed you more.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Lisa hasn't seen you in exactly a year.
I know,
so.
and I was like, really miss King Lee and his family. I did say that.
Yep,
I did say that.
definitely. Chat is too fast for me to keep up with tonight. Hello to everyone. It's not that fast now, is it? I mean, it's slowed down quite a bit. If you saw when it first started, good grief,
Oh,
there was
lots of
500 and something
corn
people
dogs.
from Corey.
Oh, so many corn dogs.
Okay, let's see. No, don't mix.
Myers. How did you guys meet? Nothing fish related, but probably a good story. John's sister introduced us, and yeah, and it was just game on after that.
Yeah, it was. I don't have lettuce in my beard, you idiot.
But you have a boo-boo on your nose.
I know. I'm surprised that jerk didn't say anything about that. I got a private message from some jerk telling me I have lettuce in my beard. What was I talking about before that rude individual messed me all up?
Who was it?
Oh, how we met. Yeah, but my sister introduced us, but we kind of met. My sister didn't have anything to do with us actually getting to talk that day. I was picking up my nephew at her house, and we met that day, and we've been together ever since. So,
I can't get rid of him.
isn't dating your
Just
sister's
kidding.
friend a no-no? No, I don't think that's a no-no.
No, we didn't like go to school together and we're best buddies, and it was nothing like that. We met through our kids being best friends, and then we became good friends, and then there was John. So,
Yep.
yep.
Looking at John's nose, I'd say game over. I swear to you folks, the reason why it's so dark right now, it was actually healing. If you saw yesterday's video, the end of that video I recorded on Sunday, and you can see it wasn't as bad as this. The reason why it is the way it is because I've been picking at it like a dummy.
Keeps picking his
And-
nose.
Picking the scab on my nose. Yeah. It's, yeah. hopefully it won't be around for next week. Gosh, people signing on to our stream for the first time are like, who is this clown with this big old nose? And then there was John. Yep. Okay, we got 5 minutes left before we're gonna hand this off to Rack. Has he said anything? Rack, you gonna be good at 10:30? Because that's when I'm gonna pass it off to you. YouTube play button plaque isn't showing well because it's reflecting blue wall. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I put that up about an hour before starting the stream. So what I might do is put like a little black frame around it or something. I don't know. I mean, it's the color of the wall. It's either that or not have it out here at all. And I don't want to not have it out here. I want to show it. But what I could do is move it to like right there so it's closer. Maybe. We'll have to see. Oh, did Rack already start? Okay, that's cool. My whole water system in the house. I guess you don't care about my comment. I hate when people say that. That's going to make me not look up your comment. Have you not been following along and seen how crazy the chat has been? Come on now. Give me a hard time. Corey and you all should make a corn dog emoji for members to both channels. That's a great idea, but we can't have emojis that are exclusive to only certain members. They're exclusive to everybody or nobody. That's the way it would work, but I still love that. Oh, you're still here too, Rack. Okay, that's good. We're going to pass it off to you in just a minute. Everybody's going to go over there, and let's do a code word for this one, like Corey did.
Big Mac. Big Mac.
I don't hate that idea. I think that's actually a good idea. I'm going to click on it to make sure. He's there talking. He's got Paul Cafaro on the thumbnail. He's one of those guys that thinks if I put a big-time YouTuber on my thumbnail, people will watch. And it doesn't work like that. So somebody just sent me a Facebook message. So yeah, the code word is going to be Big Mac. I like that. That's perfect. And I've got his stream on. Let me see. Okay, I can't do it. I'm going to see if everybody starts going over there and saying Big Mac. We've got Big Mac, corn dog, Big Mac. People are doing it. It's not going to be the mayhem that it was from Corey's, that's for sure. But yeah, listen, folks, this is fun. I kind of regret, I should have told Corey, no, you know what? Why don't you start at 3 your time and we start at 8? Because I'm so tired all the time when we get to this part of the stream. But
it's called old age.
I know.
And
I know.
You got beat up because your nose.
Yeah, call the cops. So this was a lot of fun. I'm going to go see if I can catch any of the baseball game. There they are. Everybody's going over there saying Big Mac. Awesome. Very cool. So yeah, let's all storm Rack's stream. I'll go hang out in there for a little bit too and give my voice a break. Goodness gracious. But this was a lot of fun, folks. Thank you for all of the people that came over from Aquarium Co-op. I hope you continue to do that. Maybe we can just expand this family even farther. So lots of fun. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Marie like I always do, and she will be the one that says goodbye to you.
Okay. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I am so super stuffed from gummy savers. But yeah, whatever. But have a wonderful weekend, and like I said to the winners of the giveaways, I am getting everything out today and tomorrow, and you will have your stuff soon. And then I will let John do another giveaway in an organized fashion. So have a wonderful evening, and see you next week. Bye-bye.